Hi guys, it's Nancy here, and I'm just wanting to do a little introduction for my video today. I'm up on the GoGo Getaway blog, and I'm using Lorraine's class that she taught as my technique jump off point. So I've got some little photos here that I printed on my Canon selfie. I had someone ask, and I'd had a conversation the other week about what I use to do my phone. So I use the Pick Frame app, and that is what I use in order to put my photos onto different designs to then print. And I printed this bordered because I knew that I wanted small size photos. So that is the app I use. It is a paid for app, but it works really well. I've never had any problems with it, so that is what I use. So what I'm doing is the influence that I have got from Lorraine is we done a layout which is in an album, so I can't show you, but if you go over to the blog post there will be a link to it. And she used the sketch pens for the silhouette, which I can't find. Sketch pens. I got these when I brought my Cameo, silhouette Cameo. I have a first generation. Got it when it came out. It still works, still fine. Bits of the screen don't work on the actual thing, but it still works fine. I said, and these I got 4 years ago, I think. Yeah. And so they haven't dried out or anything. But the technique that she did was she used the sketch pens to do a text piece on some white cardstock, and then used Indian ink to infill that so it looked like a hand scripted design. And I really love that idea and that technique of using the sketch pens but filling them in, because the sketch pens can be a little bit flat. So what I have done is you can't really see it because I wanted it quite pale, and I'm using bits from the Hazelwood 1 Canoe 2 collection. So I've just used it to draw out my design, which is a text piece. It says, "Be who you are, say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." So I'm going to do that. I've got, as I said, these small photos. I have the 1 Canoe 2 die cut pieces. I don't know how many of those that I will use, because I think they may be too large to Costa, but I will see. I also have these puffy stickers, and I'm going to use this to pick my colours from. I think that I'm going to kind of do these sort of corals and pinks. So I think that's what I'm going to go with that. I'm going to be using these. I can never remember what they're called. The watercolours. I love these watercolours. I've had them about a year and a bit now. They are fabulous. I don't have the pearlescent ones. You can get set with an extra bit of pearlescent on. They are beautiful colours. So I'm going to stop the video while I paint these out, because you really don't want to watch me do that. And then I'll come back and see what layout I can create with this. So I'll leave the link down below for the blog post as well. And yeah, so here we go. Hi guys, so I have painted up. I went a bit off with the colours I chose because I decided to go with this tartan piece of paper from the collection. So I took the colours from that, and I kind of done a kind of like an ombre, but not really. But I really like how it came out. It took me probably about half an hour to paint, but I was just listening to a podcast chilling, so I really enjoyed that. I've got these photos, as I said. I'm actually just going to use 3 of these. I did print 4, but I'm going to use 3 for the layout, and they're just a mixture of different selfies that I've got. And I'm going to use them on 3 different places on the layout, and there's kind of like natural places where they're going to go. And then the bottom gap I've just got to do a tiny little bit of journaling. I don't want to do too much journaling on there, because of course you've got that massive text piece, which kind of says it all. So I'm just cutting out this, so I'm going to mount the whole layout in it and my photos. I had quite a few bits from this collection. It came in a kit, which I hadn't really touched. So I'm just going to just cut this paper, because I'm going to fussy cut some of those flowers out. I am going to do some little micro clusters around those 3 photos. So as I said, this is a really cool technique. In the class, as I said, we did it with Indian ink. And that does look much more, you know, like hand scripted because it's more solid. But yeah, I really like this. I also brought out my Wink of Stella pen because I thought probably on the ampersand I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle. So I was just going through other bits and I found these bits that I'd already cut apart. So I really like these pencils. I think I might put those pencils in my clusters because why not? I'm then going to use this Hello one and just take that coral colour off. I'm going to use that in some of my layers. And then I'm just going to use this piece to cut out a white border. And I don't have white cardstock because I don't really like white cardstock, but I just use the back of pattern paper. It works fine. So I'm just putting a very skinny... Sorry guys, had a yawn there. Very skinny border around those photos just to make them pop a bit. I decided to not cut them with the borders, but actually I just like the white around them. So I'm now just going through that die cut pack that came with this collection, seeing if there's anything I want to add. I end up pulling out these 3 flag designs, so I end up pulling those out and just sort of seeing if there's anything else that's possibly going to work. I did pull out a butterfly, but I don't end up using that. So I just fussy cut out those flowers, and then I went through my flare tin to look for a flare and found this flamingo. And so I thought I'd add him. I then pull out a little lady wood veneer as well. I then pull out some of my 6x6 paper pads, which are a little bit neglected. I think this is from the Create Paper Wonder collection. Let's pull a couple of those out. This piece of paper is from a very old Create Paper collection, I think. It's little labels. So I'm just cutting out 3 of those. I can't remember the name of that collection, but I know I saved this piece of paper because I thought, yeah, it'd be great for cutting out little labels. So there was then a branding strip which had this kind of cream and black on, so I thought I'm going to use that as another little layer. So I've kind of got all my little layers adding up here. I also pulled out my sequin bag because I thought I'd add a little pop of sequins on here. And I really like how that text piece came out. I was a little bit, when I sort of halfway through it, I was like, maybe I've done it too big, but actually then where the photos do overlap it a little bit, I do end up just cutting around the outline so I can overlap it over my clusters. But yeah, I really like how it looks. So I'm just taking my Wink of Stella pen here and just putting on that ampersand. It just adds a little subtle sparkle. Doesn't really need much more than that. So now I'm just going to work on each of my clusters in turn. Having issues with my glue. I'm blocking it. It's just got a glue bogey and it's been stretched out. It's running out though, so that's the problem. So I'm just going in and just building up these clusters, and again just taking these little offcuts and then sticking them around so I've got a little bit of the pink showing. And then I'm just going to start working on each cluster. So there's these little flag designs, so I'm using those. Again, I'm taking that bit of black pattern, and as you can see, just playing about with where it goes, and I need to cut out the corner of that banner. I really need to find my sharp scalpels to cut them. Oh look, you get a really beautiful picture of my hair there. It's not a great view, is it? Yeah, my hair is in the middle of being bleached out, so it's a look, let's just say. So yeah, I'm just now cutting out the middle of one of these little floral pieces that I didn't cut out with my scissors. I need to find my sharp scalpels because these ones are blunt as anything. So now you're just going to see me build up these little micro clusters. I'm trying to keep the clusters quite tight because I don't want them overlapping too much of the letters, and of course I have not too much space there. These pencils are funny. I just kind of slot them in. They don't really work, but I like them. I like pencils. I like stationery. So pictures of stationery made out of stationery. It's kind of good. So yeah, and I really like those flamingos. They were a Studio Calico. No, they were a... Oh, what was the kit club I used to belong to? I can't remember what the kit club was called, but they were a exclusive wood veneer, and I know that Mercy Tierra sent me some, and someone else sent me some. So I have about 2 or 3 more in my collection. Of course, flamingos are everywhere now, but back then they're a bit rarer. Scraptastic? Was that the kit club? Was it called Scraptastic? Anyway, it was an exclusive wood veneer. So I've now moved on to my bottom layout, and again I'm putting those at a little jaunty angle, and again you'll see that I just cut around the ampersand. I'm using again a flare badge actually, and that was one that again Tracy Banks, Mercy Tierra sent me in a bag o' flare a while back, and I kind of found my flare tin up again. So as you can see here, I'm overlapping a little bit some of the words, but you can still, you know, see what it says, so I'm fine with that. So again, just getting my little cluster stuck down here. I've got the common element of those florals in each, and then I've got a little circular element in each of them as well. And excuse me, and the pencils, so they all kind of have a common theme. Oh, and those little labels as well. So I'm just going to fiddle about here, just trying to get it all look how I want it to look. After I've done this, I do go back and add a little bit of glimmer to the wood veneer as well. Oh yes, at the very end I end up swapping out the flare. Of course I do. So I end up taking this flare, which is a Hey Little Magpie flare, which says whatever. And I thought that kind of went well with the just say what you feel kind of thing. I then put out 3 gold largest sequins, and again just tuck those in a layer just to have a little pop of gold, because one of those flags had some gold on. So that is it for that layout. I'm just going to go and just secure those bits on the back with some washi and then stick it down. So do pop over and see the blog post. I will share the link down below. I want to thank you very much guys for watching, and I will be back with another video very, very soon. Thanks guys, bye!